And can you recap the type of lobbying we're talking about and how much this vaccine is going to cost?
This vaccine is the most expensive of all vaccines, and I think that we've got to follow the money in order to see that for nearly $1,000 for one series of 3 shots, who is being paid? Who is being paid handsomely? And first of all, the Merck is the company that produces this, and the lobbyist for that company is the former chief of staff of the governor of Texas, Mike Toomey. And furthermore, we can see that the chairman of the health committee, the public health committee in the State House, is also the head of the state Women in Government, which is partly funded by Merck as well.
And she has family that's his current chief of staff.
That's right. Her daughter-in-law is the governor's current chief of staff. And so if you follow the money and you follow the power here, it's like, my goodness, no wonder they're usurping parents' authority and they're usurping legislators' authority. They've got money to be made here.
There's 150 million women and growing in this country. If just 50 million women take this, what's 50 million times $900?
Well, actually, this company is said to make $4 billion if this can be instituted across the country. And of course, a mandate is something meaning that you're going to have to go to trouble in order to opt out of.
But that's just if they make 10 and 11-year-old girls take it.
Well, the $4 billion, yes. And so then what happens to those who may be in the 7th grade or the 8th grade who didn't get it? Are they going to go after them?
And meanwhile, Merck is in deep trouble for Vioxx.
That's right. So this is not a human papillomavirus HPV vaccine as much as it is a help pay for Vioxx. And I'm not saying that the persons that we've mentioned are making money, but I'm saying that Merck is making money, and they don't deserve to make any money on at the risk of the health of our little girls.
And again, you made the point that it doesn't even protect the girls, but it makes them think they're protected.
That's right. It is a false sense of security when you are giving a girl a vaccine that is only going to protect them maybe against 4 out of more than 100 strains, and then that doesn't even count those girls who are harmed.
We also have at the very same time big pharmacological companies coming out and saying they've got a whole bunch of other vaccines
Yes.
for supposedly sexually transmitted diseases, and a lot of young women are going on MySpace accounts. I've seen it. Callers have called and saying, I'm taking it so I don't get breast cancer. There's also this ignorance of medical matters with the general public, believing that it's an anti-cancer vaccine, period.
That's right. And it's not going to protect them from other cancers, of course. And even Gardisil, the name of this vaccine, does not protect girls. It doesn't even say it protects them against cancer.
But the name sounds like it does. Gardisil.
Oh,
Guarding.
Yes. It sure sounds like it, but there's a lot of deception going on here. And when you follow the money, I think that you're going to find out that this is more about money than it is about protecting little girls.
It certainly is. And here's the New York Times from Friday. Furor over rush to require cervical cancer vaccines. But they restate the hoax, saying that it'll make you take it. No, that's not true. So there's lies within lies.
You know, in Texas, we still have hope because this mandate, I think, is very, very likely to be overturned. What we're trying to do is make sure that they're not parsing words in such a way that, okay, the governor's executive order is overturned, but the health commissioner can come in and add it to the list of mandated
And then they'll just use color of law and say it's the law when it's not the law.
Exactly.
So exposing the hoax is the key.
Yes, yes. And so we have testified on that. I have to tell you, most of the pro-family groups were very much trying to influence our wonderful full-time volunteer who testified last night, Mary Lynn Gerstenschlager. Come out and support the bill. Come out and support the bill. And she very wisely and very astutely said, I haven't seen the changes in the bill, and I'm not going to sign off onto something sight unseen. That is tremendous wisdom, and I think that that is an earmark of our organization in Texas. And I invite you to look at our website, which is World Wide Web, texaseagle.org, and join us. You can sign up there for our email loop as well.
Well, I got a chance to meet the local Austin coordinator. She's another great lady here in the office. We need to get her on sometime. And any time there's an issue or a news story or something you want to get out to the people, you have a welcome mat to call into the show or come back and be in studio in the show. Are you up in Dallas?
I am in Dallas, and Mary Lynn is here during the legislative session.
So give folks that website again.
It is World Wide Web, TexasEagle.org, and it's spelled out, TEXASEAGLE.org.
Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I like to talk about the power of our listeners and activists. You told me before the show started, before you came in the second hour, about you got the biggest response ever from the time you came on for 30 minutes.
That's right. I was supposed to be on vacation, but I was doing lots of media because of this HPV mandate by
We
our
talked to
governor.
you from Cozumel.
That's right. And as a response, I got lots of email feedback. So you are being very effective, not just within Texas, but across the nation. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't have met Diane if it hadn't been for your show. Thank you.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you for coming in, and
Okay.
we appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time.
Thank you.
Just tell folks a few of the other issues that the Texas Eagle Forum also covers.
Well, of course, we think that life is a creation of God, and so it deserves a right to life. And so that is one issue that we work on. We also think that smaller government and lower taxes is not just a mantra to be elected, but it's something that we absolutely believe had better be upheld, or maybe there's not a dime's worth of difference in the parties. But I don't believe that right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go over to the Capitol after this show today in order to say, don't break the spending cap. And as a matter of fact, you can cut $9 billion out of that budget and still give us a tax break, and that's what we want.
Absolutely. Well, government always says we want more, more, more. Did you see the story out of Italy where the government's making a 13-year-old have an abortion?
Oh, my. What a travesty. So I didn't see that, but I think that defending the family is something that we've been doing since 1972 on the national level, and we invite you to join us in Texas.
Thank you for the time.
Hey, again, thanks again.
Godspeed. Take
God
care.
bless you.